お休み前に英語で国内ニュースの時間です。今日の話題を英語でどうぞ。
Yatsushiro Mayor Taisuke Ono of Kumamoto Prefecture was caught speeding at 152 kilometers per hour on an expressway, exceeding the 100 kilometers per hour limit. As self-punishment, he will propose a 50% salary cut for 2 months. The incident occurred last December. He expressed deep regret, acknowledging his responsibility as the city's leader.
A man received a 14-year prison sentence in Nagoya for causing a woman's death. He made the 25-year-old woman drink excessive tequila, leading to acute alcohol poisoning. He then tried to abduct her for sexual acts. The court rejected his defense claim that he intended to care for her.
Masako Ikeda, the renowned voice actress, has passed away at 87 due to a cerebral hemorrhage on March 3rd. She was widely recognized for her iconic role as Meitel in the popular anime series Galaxy Express 999. Born in Tokyo, she began her career as a child actress.
The Tokyu Toyoko Line and Minato Mirai Line suspended operations on March 13th around noon due to a power outage. Service is halted between Kikuna and Motomachi Chukagai stations in Yokohama City. 2 trains are currently stranded between stations, affecting approximately 100 passengers. Resumption is expected after 6:30 p.m.
President Trump's administration faces internal divisions over how to conclude the Iran war discussions among White House advisors, focus on when and how to declare victory. Complex political maneuvering is reportedly behind the president's varying public statements on the conflict's outcome.
Gasoline prices have sharply increased in Aomori Prefecture, causing alarm among residents and businesses. Many are calling the price surge a matter of life and death. Businesses reliant on diesel and kerosene are particularly struggling, facing pressure to quickly pass on the rising costs.
Reports confirm that an oil release from private reserves is scheduled to occur on March 16th. This action involves utilizing existing strategic petroleum stockpiles held by private entities. The specifics surrounding the volume and the precise rationale for this upcoming release are currently the subject of ongoing reports.
Taiwan's parliament approved the cabinet's authority to sign contracts for 4 U.S. arms sales packages. This decision helps resolve a dispute over a $40 billion defense budget. The move aims to ensure timely delivery of crucial weapons, including Tau Javelin and HIMARS missiles, vital for Taiwan's national security and territorial defense.
A 61-year-old man, Tatsuo Yoshi, has been rearrested in Fukuoka for a library stabbing incident where 3 people were injured in February. Yoshi previously confessed wanting to kill anyone. He is now charged with attempted murder against 2 men, regarding which he has chosen to remain silent. Victims suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
A shooting at Old Dominion University in Virginia resulted in 1 death and 2 injuries, prompting an FBI terrorism investigation. The shooter, a convicted ISIS supporter, was reportedly restrained by ROTC students before he died. Both injured individuals were U.S. Army personnel. The suspect had been released from prison in 2024.
次は社会のニュースです。
25 years ago, a first-grade girl was murdered in Nagasaki. The Fukuoka District Court has ordered the convicted offender to pay about 70 million yen in compensation in a 3rd lawsuit filed by the victim's family. The offender had not complied with previous compensation orders.
In the Osaka case, where a girl's body was found encased in concrete, her uncle has been sentenced to 8 years in prison. He was charged with abandoning the body. This concludes the legal proceedings regarding his involvement in the tragic incident.
A man received a 14-year prison sentence in Nagoya for causing a woman's death. He forced a 25-year-old woman to drink 32 shots of tequila in May 2023, leading to her death. The court found his actions malicious, stating he prioritized his desires and disregarded the victim.
3 men were arrested, suspected of swindling 51 million yen worth of Pokémon cards. They allegedly used fake cash bundles in a Tokyo hotel 2 years ago. Police found the bundles had real 10,000 yen bills on the outside, but white paper inside. One suspect is silent, while the other 2 deny the charges.
A power outage caused passengers on the Tokyu Toyoko line to walk along the tracks for evacuation operations on the Toyoko and Minatomirai lines were suspended between Kikuna and Motomachi Chukagai. Approximately 1,000 people walked from halted trains between stations in Yokohama. Authorities are working to restore normal service.
Japan's Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism issued its first guidelines to reduce women's restroom queues. For facilities with similar male and female users, it recommends more women's toilet stalls than men's. The aim is to achieve equal waiting times for both genders, addressing existing disparities, and promoting comfortable use for everyone.
3 individuals, including a former Democratic Party for the People candidate from Tokyo's 7th District, have been indicted. The Tokyo District Public Prosecutor's Office charged them with violating the Public Offices Election Act. They are accused of paying cash to university students for campaign activities during last month's House of Representatives election.
A Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare Council met to discuss the discretionary labor system, which Prime Minister Takeichi has stated needs review. Labor and management representatives exchanged opinions, while company-side members called for discussions to expand the system. Other views were also presented regarding its application.
Japan will release oil from its private reserves on the 16th. This measure aims to stabilize oil supply and prices, responding to current market conditions. The government is taking proactive steps to ensure energy security and support economic stability.
The second trial for the Karuizawa ski bus accident, which killed 15 people 10 years ago, has concluded. The bus company president and a former employee face professional negligence charges. Victims' families presented their opinions on March 13th. The court will deliver its judgment on May 22nd.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
Gasoline prices are sharply rising in Awamori, surprising residents and impacting businesses. Customers call it a matter of life and death, shocked by the increase. Businesses heavily relying on fuel are struggling, quickly needing to pass on costs. This price surge is significantly affecting many people's daily lives and operations.
Japan's government will release oil reserves starting March 16th to stabilize supply. First, 15 days of private reserves will be made available. Later, 1 month of national reserves will be released. This combined action totals about 45 days' supply or 80 million barrels, marking the largest release in history.
Finance Minister Katayama expects the revived gasoline subsidy to cost 300 billion yen monthly. Starting March 19th, the government will cap regular gasoline prices below 170 yen per liter. Despite high crude oil prices due to Iran, Katayama stated the subsidy would continue, ensuring it won't stop, even if the situation prolongs.
On March 12th, U.S. crude oil prices rose to $95.73 per barrel, up 9.7%. Due to Middle East turmoil, Iran's leader threatened to block the Strait of Hormuz, fueling tension. Consequently, on March 13th, Tokyo's Nikkei average temporarily fell over 1,100 yen. Concerns are high regarding global market instability.
On March 13th, the dollar temporarily rose to 159.69 yen. This marks its highest value in 1 year and 8 months, surpassing the previous high of 159.45 yen set on January 14th. This upward movement has given further momentum to the dollar's appreciation, reflecting current market conditions.
Prime Minister Takaichi expressed deep concern in the House of Representatives Budget Committee. She stated that the rapidly deteriorating situation across the entire Middle East region, due to the ongoing exchange of attacks, is a serious issue. The Prime Minister's remarks highlight the government's worries about regional instability.
The Liberal Democratic Party and Constitutional Democratic Party have agreed to start substantial deliberations on the new fiscal year budget bill. This will occur in the House of Councilors Budget Committee from March 16th. The agreement is based on the budget bill passing the House of Representatives on March 13th.
A resolution to dismiss the Budget Committee chairman, submitted by 4 opposition parties, was rejected in the House of Representatives plenary session. The Liberal Democratic Party and Japan Innovation Party voted against it. This resolution concerned the new fiscal year budget bill. The ruling parties plan to move forward with budget deliberations.
On March 13th, the government approved a 5-year basic plan for gender equality. This plan includes exploring options to expand the use of maiden names. The government will study legislative changes that could allow individuals to use only their maiden name, addressing requests for more flexibility in naming conventions.
The government plans a new private rice reserve system for 200,000 tons. This amount equals 20% of domestic reserves, or about 10 days of national consumption. Starting in fiscal year 2028, these reserves will be quickly released during shortages before government stock. The goal is to stabilize prices effectively.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Shohei Ohtani confirmed he will not pitch in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. He stated this is due to a promise with his club. Ohtani practiced in Miami, where the final rounds are taking place. When asked about pitching in the quarterfinals against Venezuela, he again said it would not happen.
Samurai Japan's manager Hirokazu Ibata announced that pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto will start in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals. Yamamoto will face Venezuela in the match on March 15th. The team practiced in Miami ahead of the final rounds. Manager Ibata confirmed Yamamoto will pitch as far as he can go.
Shohei Ohtani, focusing on batting in the World Baseball Classic, gave a witty reply to Venezuela's hitting coach Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera hinted at an intentional walk. Ohtani joked about a signed bat from a Triple Crown winner at his home, saying, "If I can't hit, there's no good luck."
Japan will face Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals on March 15th. This was determined after the Dominican Republic beat Venezuela 7-5 in their final Group D game. Venezuela secured the second spot in their group. The Japanese team is currently preparing in the U.S. for the upcoming match.
Pitcher Yu Darvish has rejoined Samurai Japan in Miami for the World Baseball Classic final rounds. He had returned to the U.S. after the Miyazaki camp. Darvish will now offer practical advice and support to the team. Samurai Japan advanced to the quarterfinals, fulfilling their promise to him.
Samurai Japan faces Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals on March 15th. Venezuela features Ronald Acuña Jr., a versatile player who can change games. Known for his power, speed, and hitting prowess, Acuña recently shone with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs, proving a formidable opponent.
6 pitchers have reportedly left the U.S. World Baseball Classic team before the quarterfinals. This includes Tarik Skubal and Clayton Kershaw. Replacements are joining. But this unusual turnover raises concerns about team chemistry and readiness for the U.S., a strong contender.
In the NBA, Rui Hachimura of the Lakers and Yuki Kawamura of the Bulls had their first direct matchup. Hachimura scored 15 points. Kawamura also showcased his presence by making a three-point shot. This marked a notable competition between the two Japanese players on the court.
Japanese alpine skier Momoka Muraoka won a silver medal in the women's giant slalom sitting class at the Milan Cortina Paralympics history.
Megashira Hakunofuji will re-enter the Sumo Spring Grand Tournament from Day 7 tomorrow. He withdrew on Day 2 due to a left big toe injury. Hakunofuji, ranked Megashira 7, sustained the injury during his Day 1 bout against Oshoma, which resulted in a loss.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
The U.S. Navy will escort ships in the Strait of Hormuz with an international coalition. U.S. Treasury Secretary stated this will occur as soon as militarily possible. This action follows recent attacks by Israel and the U.S. against Iran. The Strait of Hormuz is a crucial route for energy transport, and this aims to secure shipping.
2 weeks into the Middle East war, Iran, Israel, and U.S. leaders show commitment to fight, with thousands dead. Iran's new supreme leader warned of blocking the Strait of Hormuz and targeting U.S. bases. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu hinted at his assassination. U.S. President Trump noted the U.S. benefits from rising oil prices.
Germany's foreign minister stated that the security issue in the Strait of Hormuz can only be resolved through diplomacy. He stressed the need for common interests in the Gulf region. Iran's attacks have halted non-Iranian shipping, reducing oil production. A reliable and lasting solution requires diplomatic efforts from all parties involved.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu warned Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba. Netanyahu stated that military operations against Iran, including the killing of former Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, are changing the Middle East's power balance. He claimed these actions are progressively weakening Iran.
A UN committee reported Russia forcibly transferred over 1,200 Ukrainian children, labeling it a crime against humanity. The chairperson stressed this violates international law, stating children must not be separated. Most children taken since February 2022 have not returned. Evidence indicates this policy was planned by the Russian government.
On March 12th, a Virginia University shooting killed 1 and injured 2. The suspect also died. The FBI is investigating it as a terror incident, citing ISIS ties. In Michigan, an armed man died after crashing into a synagogue, injuring a guard. Another Texas shooting is probed for potential Iran attack links.
Nepal's general election on March 5th saw the National Independent Party, RSP, win a landslide, securing 182 seats. This is the first single-party majority in 27 years. Rapper Balan Shah, former Kathmandu mayor and the party's PM candidate, is expected to become prime minister, focusing on youth-driven political reform.
The U.S. Treasury temporarily allowed Russian crude oil purchases for 30 days, until April 11th. This aims to counter soaring oil prices, especially with Iran's Strait of Hormuz blockage. The measure applies to oil already at sea. President Trump stated it's a limited short-term step, not significantly benefiting Russia.
Taiwan, nuclear-free since May 2025, is discussing restarting nuclear reactors. This is due to worsening Middle East tensions affecting fossil fuel supply and fears of a Chinese blockade. The government is not ruling out the option. A third nuclear plant could restart sooner than 2028 if minimal equipment replacement is needed.
The U.S. and Chile agreed to begin talks on rare earth and critical minerals, signing a joint statement. The first meeting is expected within 2 weeks. Cooperation aims to expand mineral supply, including project financing and recycling efforts. The Trump administration seeks to reduce reliance on China for these essential resources.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Masako Ikeda, the voice actress famous for Mayatel in Galaxy Express 999 and dubbing Audrey Hepburn, has passed away at 87. Her agency announced on March 13th that she died from a cerebral hemorrhage. Ikeda-san was born in Tokyo and left a significant legacy in the anime and dubbing world.
Comedian Kum Dayu shared his tough but healing single-parenting experience after divorce. He discussed sending his son to a special class at cram school and the intense arguments during his son's adolescence. Dayu's career has significantly evolved from fluctuating income to becoming a regular actor in NHK dramas.
Fans of the popular Japanese idol group Arashi have gathered in Sapporo. This assembly is in connection with what is being described as Arashi's last tour. The event marks a significant moment for the group and their dedicated fan base, highlighting their enduring popularity among supporters.
Poco a Pokemon, the Nintendo Switch 2 game released March 5th, sold 2.2 million units in 4 days. Its success is credited to 3 reasons: a clear concept combining Pokemon with sandbox play, the strong brand confidence of Pokemon itself, and fulfilling the high demand for non-action games on the new console.
Actor Ryo Yoshizawa underwent an intense preparation, losing approximately 13 kilograms for his role as Nishikiori in the NHK morning drama Bake Bake. His character passed away in the 115th episode, broadcast on March 13th. The drama's chief producer praised Yoshizawa's compelling acting and dedication to character portrayal.
Disney and Pixar's new film, When I Become a Beaver, features Mabel Tanaka, Pixar's first Japanese-American heroine. The movie achieved a strong opening in the U.S. Director Daniel Chung and producer Nicole Paredes-Grindle explained Mabel's creation, a college student who uses a beaver robot to protect her forest from a highway plan.
Nippon TV's music program With Music is set to conclude this March, just 2 years after its debut in March 2024. This cancellation highlights a significant challenge for TV stations, particularly regarding their reluctance or struggle to effectively use platforms like YouTube in today's media landscape.
Stardo Entertainment's live event organizer has sued a major ticket resale site, Ticket Ryutsu Center, and an individual for high-priced ticket resales. These lawsuits, filed on March 2, are Japan's first against a resale site's responsibility and a serial reseller. The organizer seeks 150,000 yen from the site and 23.2 million yen from the individual.
Actress Noriko Iguchi, 45, is now known as Reiwa's ratings queen due to her strong presence and impact on TV drama viewership. Following appearances in multiple high-profile January dramas, industry talks suggest a potential overseas expansion for her. Whispers include a significant offer for a mafia empress role in South Korea.
Shagakukan apologized on March 11th for a 2018 incident where a former employee, abusing their position, made sexual demands to a business partner. Inappropriate contact persisted even after disciplinary action. Further misconduct by the same employee in 2025 led to their resignation. Shagakukan admitted organizational responsibility for lacking respect for women's dignity and human rights.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。